Hey everyone, so today I participated in April Cook-Off Challenge hosted by CodeSafe. So let's move on to the first problem. So the first problem says there are n chocolates and you are given an array of n numbers where the ith number is AI, flavor type. So you want to eat as many different number of chocolate as possible, but she also want to save some chocolate for her little brother, and that is X amount. So this is basically math problem. So let's move on to the solution. So here what we can do is uh, we can take a map of int and int. Here we are storing uh, here we are storing the value like this for every so for every flavor we are storing the frequency of the flavor, how many times the flavor is occurring in the array. We are storing it in the map. So the total number of distinct flavor that we have is map dot size. So this is the total map in the array, and the extra number of flavors that we have is x dot second minus 1. And now if we are checking that if that extra amount is greater than the total amount that is required by his little brother, then we can just print the total number of uh, distinct flavor that we have, that is total size of the map. Or if the extra is less than x, means the number of extra flavor that we have is less than the required value, then we need some flavor to be cut off from the answer. So the total needed is x minus extra. This will be cut it from the total, and the total minus need is the answer. So let's move on to the second problem. So the second problem is a bit manipulation problem. So here we are given test cases n and q, and we are also given x and v, means we have to change at some position of the array to the value v. So here is the example. So let's take this example and try to understand this. So here we are taking n and q. N is the number of elements present in the array, and if this is the basic bit manipulation problem, so we are taking bits here of size 32, or for every element we are storing it bits if that bit is set or not. Means like just like this example, 1 2 3 bit set for 1 is position 0, position 1, and bit 3 is position 0 and position 1. So we are just incrementing the bits position where the bits are set. After that we have taking an answer value, and we are calculating the odd of the total bits. Means if the bit is set, means we don't care about the frequency of the bits that is present in that position at that bit position, but we are just checking if that bit position is set, if the set or not. Then we are adding the answer p. P is increasing every two times for every increase in I. So this is the first answer that we are getting. And after that we have to process some queries. So queries is like the, we are given a position and a value, and the position is 1th index, so we are decreasing minus 1 from that position. And the previous value of that array is at that position is array of position, and after that we are changing that value to the current value. This is the current value. So we are just subtracting the number of bits of the previous value, and we are just adding the number of bits of the current value. After that we are checking for every bit from 0 to 31, if that bit position is set, we are just adding that. And after every for every incrementation we are just incrementing multiply p by 2. After that we are just showing of the answer. So this was the second problem solution, which was quite easy. So let's move on to problem 3, tree distance. So this took me some time, and I was not able to solve because I made a silly mistake here, so I have got a penalty of 10 minutes here. So let's see what the problem says. So the problem says that there is a tree. Now there is a defined a tree, that is this is the basic definition of tree. What is a tree? Tree with n nodes and n minus 1 edges. So we have to make a tree such that the number of pair of vertices with an even distance between them equals x, and number of pair of vertices with an odd distance between them equals y. Okay, so how can we make that tree? So there are some basic things to notice about this problem before going to the answer. So let's understand the basic things. uh, so if we are given a tree like this, sorry, so here we have to see if we are going to count the number of pair with even length and odd length. So there is a math that we can do here. We can find the number of node at each level. So this is the 0th level, this is the first level, this is the second level. So zero, node number of node present is, so this is the number of nodes that is present. Nodes present at level 0 is 1, level 1 it is 2, and level 3 it is 2. So here we can see that can I type here? Type here. Leave it. Oh, okay, I will type here. So basically we are just finding the number of nodes present at the odd level and the number of nodes present at the even level. So here the number of node at odd level is odd level is 2, and at even level the total number of node that is present is that is present is 3. So the basic math in formula is the number of odd length pairs will be even into odd plus even into odd. So this is the basic math formula, and the number of even length pairs will be even into even minus 1 plus odd into odd minus 1 plus even plus odd. So here even and odd means the number of even here means so even means the number of nodes present at even level, means even level means the level that is 0 2 4 6, or the number of odd here means the number of nodes present at odd level, that is 1 3 5 7 like that. So here you can see that the number of this is given the value y and this is given the value x. So if y and 1 means if y is odd, the answer is no, because here the here you can clearly see this is equals to 2 into even into odd equals to y. So even into odd equals to y by 2. So y must be divisible by 2. So if y is odd, then the answer is no. So this is the first term. After that we are just factorizing the number y. So here we can see that for every factor of odd, for every factor of y, for every factor of y, we we are taking the current factor as odd, then even will be y divided by odd. So here from this formula we can get it. Okay, so after factorizing y we are just sorting all factors of y. So we are setting, so we are setting the value of o. So for every o we are trying to find e, means for every o it is number of odd nodes that should be present. So we are trying to find the number of node that odd node that should be present, and for every odd number of nodes we are trying to find the even number of nodes. This is even that should be present. So this is given by this formula here. let me paste it here so you can understand better. So 2 into even into odd equal to given y, so even into y odd equal to given y by 2. So the denominator is 2, so the denominator that should be divisible here, that should be 2 into odd, so even should be 2 into odd. Okay, so this is the denominator, 2 into odd is denominator. So if y is divisible by denominator, then we are finding a value of even. Here we are finding the value of even, then we are checking some conditions, that is the sum, that is the sum is of even length, that is the number of here, the number of pair of even length, the number of pair of even length should be e into e minus 1 in plus y o into o in minus into 1 plus e plus o, that is we are just discuss here we are just discuss here. So this should be the number of pair with even length. Now if you are checking that if the even number of nodes is greater than 1, because one value should be present, because at level 0 root 1 should be present, so e should be greater than 1 and e should be less than equals to denominator plus 1, because for every node there are two child. So as because for every node there are two child, so if number of odd node is o, then the maximum number of even node can be 2 into o and plus 1, because this is the root, so root must be present, so this is the root, we can't do anything about this, and the sum that is the number of pair of even length should be equal to x. If that is the case, then we set the flag to be true, and we set the number of even node that should be present is e, and the number of odd length node that should be present is o. So we are just forming our two level nodes, that is here is the root, and after this here should be the odd number of nodes, and we are just connecting it with the even number of nodes. So we are just forming a three level tree with a root that is all that should be present that's why e is greater than 1, and with an odd number of nodes and a even number of nodes to satisfy the conditions x and y. If we found the number of even and the number of odd length, so we are trying to form the tree. So the total number of nodes is even plus odd, and here we are just connecting, for everyone we are connecting the odd length nodes with node 1. So here is the case, like this is the root 1, so here we are just connecting connecting like this, means how many node that should be connected with root 1. This is the case. So for every odd number of length of node we are just connecting with root 1, and we are just setting the last node, because we have to add some other nodes here for even length. So we are just making sure that we are storing the last node that we are using. After that, for every odd node we can just form a two you can forward two childs from there. So for every x at odd node, we are just checking if even is greater than 1. Why greater than 1? Because 1 is already reserved for the root. Then we are just pushing in the answer x and plus plus last node, because we are just used last node, so we can't use that, and we are just incrementing the last node and using that. After that, we are decreasing the number of even length of nodes. And also we are, as we can add two childs, so we are, for every x we are just putting two childs. Then we are sorting all the x's, all the pairs, and then just printing yes, number of nodes and the value. So this was all for this tree distance problem. Let's see how others have done. I was a bit late for doing the third number problem because I got the idea, but I don't know how to apply that. So after some time I found the idea that I can just make a three level node, three level tree, and that's it. That was the answer. But I got the math formula um, much time before. It was there on the GFG page, the math formula for the even length pair, and for the odd I made the formula. And I was a bit late of doing C, and D is solved by only 5 people, so I don't go for there. And tomorrow is also my exam, so I was making the video as early as possible without wasting time on solving D. And the contest ended with my rank 133. Hope to get some plus. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe, as subscribing the channel motivate me much. Subscribe for my motivation. So please subscribe and hit the like button. So we'll meet you two in the next contest. So bye.